I wanted to do a short update on Russell Bentley, better known as Texas or Tejas. Today Ludmila published on her Telegram page an update on it, and it's still everything. I really don't get it. Really, it's what I have to say. I really don't get it. What's behind all this? Because the facts now. Remember when they had found a car exploded inside of a factory building with a charred body inside, a burnt body, and they took for DNA sample. So it is known that the car was not his Lada Niva, his white Niva, and the DNA taken from the body did not belong to him. So it is accepted that he's dead, but there is no official confirmation, nor have they found any body. No body has been presented, no corpse, and also the Lada Niva, the white Niva, is missing as well still. And this is where it gets confusing for me, because I think a body is maybe pretty easy to hide in those conditions. It's a war zone. Somewhere in the front lines they can just dig a ditch and throw it there and cover it with dirt. Pretty easy. And unless someone tells what it is, it's pretty difficult to find. But the Lada Niva, how does it disappear like that? It's very strange. Remember that the Lada Niva only disappeared one day after Russell. So someone, because Ludmila went to look for him, and she found the glasses, the phone, the smashed phone, his cap. She went away, and next day the car was missing. The other facts known are that he was forcefully arrested by 5 persons in military uniform, supposedly belonging to the 5th Brigade, named after Zarhashenko, you know, the first president of the DPR. And also, as the process of investigation is undergoing, there is one person accused and is being questioned, as far as I know, and this person is an officer of this unit. And this is all we know. And even if there is an intention of local authorities, or there were no mention, by the way, there were no mention of this brigade being composed by Buryats, like someone had already spreaded this information previously. You remember when I had the interview with Roloslavsky, he was telling this. I really don't know. I mean, this brigade, named after the leader of the DPR, the first leader of the Donetsk People's Republic, really, I don't know if it's mainly composed of Buryats. Anyway, that it doesn't even seem relevant, right? So yeah, I just wanted to give you this update. It's still, everything is very mysterious. I really don't know what conclusions. I was inclined previously to the version that maybe Russell, the kind of guy that doesn't take any shit from anyone, he's been through a lot. He feels at home in Donetsk. Maybe went a little bit over his head, and this was not well taken. Things escalated, and then something bad happens, right? This was my. It's still for me the most plausible version. Like something kind of, nevertheless a crime, but like almost accidental, right? Like something that happened on occasion, not like planned or revenge or same sulfur smell today. Sorry, it's a strong smell, and yeah, it's still for me. It's what I can, after being there and remembering of being in the places, being in Petrovsky and talking to people, seeing the environment there, the vibes. It's still what I'm inclined to. But with all this information and the car that doesn't show up, the body that doesn't show up, it's really very strange. One guy accused, an officer, no results as of yet. Well, I am sure that the authorities, because several appeals have been made to President Vladimir Putin, and so the word has reached the Kremlin, and Russell was kind of the guy. They just had made a documentary, I think I don't remember the author now, or the channel. The documentary was made about him, and it was kind of a well-known, more or less well-known personality in Russia, not just in Donetsk. He was, of course, very well known to the foreigners like me throughout the world, mainly people of leftist inspiration. I don't know what to say. Don't know what to say more about this. I just I hope I have asked Ludmila that when she has a cooler head, I mean, when she feels better of all this, I think she's still tormented because she has no closure to the story, and I think deep down in her mind she still has a little bit, like a tiny bit of hope, because the thing now is missing. Everyone is claiming he's dead, okay, but he's dead. Where is the body? So he's still missing. He's officially missing. That's the official information. And I want to interview Ludmila about this. Talk to her. But I don't wanna do too much pressing. I've talked to her. I've told her about this idea. She told me to wait a few days to the end of Easter, Orthodox Easter, and yeah, I'll take it easy. We'll have time to talk. I'm sure she'll find the time. And okay, yeah, that's pretty much what I had to say. A lot of things. A lot of news have been coming, news and reports coming from Ukraine, also from the Gaza Strip. I mean, these are the two hot conflicts now where the empire is involved. And just one last comment. It's just just came to my mind. I still find surprising. Today lately I've been engaging more in arguing on the internet, which is a pretty dumb thing to do, especially when you have a busy life. But sometimes it's I feel conflicted because I don't want to call anyone stupid. I don't want to call names, but immediately by the content of the comments that I received when I published things about Palestine or Ukraine, the comments that I see are purely brainwashed by Western propaganda, and I still have a hard time to think, how can these people not see? Or do they have any intention? Are they ideologically driven? And this past days I was having this kind of arguments, and the people just affirm, they just declare things like say things like they are absolute truth, and it's just the Western propaganda. It's just Vladimir Putin is a dictator, things like this. Israel has the right to defend itself. Israel is acting in self-defense. Hamas, it all began in 7 October. You know, these kind of things. People still argue with this along these lines, and I just feel, and then sometimes I cannot hold myself. Or for example, today this guy was comparing, everyone is worried about Palestine, but Russia is trying to erase Ukraine. No, it's not. It's not trying to erase Ukraine. You need to dig into the history of Ukraine, and it's not very far history. No, you don't need to go to the 15th century. You just go back 10 years and you understand better, right? And yeah, it's just that. It's no analysis whatsoever. Just they hear someone that they trust. I believe so. They trust, unless they wouldn't be spewing, reproducing. Oh, it all began on 7 October. Israel has to do that in order to 7 October never happen again. And this guy says, are you finding justification for what Hamas did on 7 October? And I remember telling this guy, of course you can find. Just go back to don't need to go back too much, go back to the beginning of the 20th century and you'll find your answer. Decades of occupation and extermination and apartheid. Easy, right? And it's all documented. You don't have to be a big investigation. You don't need an investigation team to find out anything. So yeah, I want to let this out. It's still very... And then the confusing concepts, like Russia communists. It's still a very confusing concept, this one. Communists dictate, because then some of the people know, because I do not hide it, that I am a communist. And then suddenly they start mixing this. It's communist, Putin, and Russia, communist. And then what do you do? What would you do on my place? Would you still... Because even in any situation, I would call this, you shut up, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. This would be very adequate to people who argue very energetically, with a lot of conviction, and then the arguments they have are these I just mentioned. It's plain dumbness. It's total inability to think, even just using logic. Selective morality. Okay, I think had enough. Heading home to rest. Hey, I hope you enjoy these videos. I really don't. I got this message from YouTube to, like, I can monetize so every time people click there and they see ads, and I get a couple of cents. And YouTube keeps sending me the mail notifying me of this. I haven't done anything about it. I don't have the time. I do a lot of things. Someday, one of the followers of the channel, Nuno, the Portuguese guy, recommended to me that I would make a separate channel for the Portuguese issues, leave this one for the English spoken issues. I have a hard time managing more channels. I hardly manage these ones. I do a poor job. So I don't know, should I monetize or not? Let me know your opinion. See you on the next one.